This forces Ash, which is good. Because now I can hopefully ignore the flame. Oh, they're doing both. That's smart. Draw a card at least. Hmm. I'm gonna Ash that. They didn't have a Draco Tail last turn. So the card in hand is not a Draco Tail. Unless it could be a duplicate Rahu. Strong top deck for sure. My mana, so card in hand is a monster. Yeah. Okay. Biru. It's fine though, because the Arthalion is not going to add anything back because I have Sting. Can set one with Lucius, but, you know, Ketu's been used. Can still Rahu, but that won't. So they're just going to go for a trap here. If I draw a Draco Tail, I win anyways. That is a Draco Tail, but not what I meant. Sting makes sense. The only thing that matters here, I guess, is if they play like Smith. But okay, it seems like they're gonna double. Good for me. Oh, they're not. Okay. Oh! Ah, you know what? It's not that bad. It's not what I wanted to do, but it actually works out. Dude, I almost freaked out there. But yeah, it'll be fine. I like this trend of Draco Tail mirrors right now. Good for my soul. What's happening right now? Sounds awkward. My least favorite hands are the ones where you can't make seals. Even if you don't get Max Seed or Fubud. Oh, okay. Alright, sure. Bro, your deck must be bad. If you auto scoop to the fusion locked Draco Tail. Is it branded Draco Tail a thing? Yeah, it's a thing. I just think this version... I like my version more. But they are very similar. The reason I like this one more is because it doesn't have to play Albaz as a brick. So it's just Cartesias. Basically, it's 3 Cartesias instead of 2 branded fusion and Albaz, and also no Frixel. So you have 2 less power spells, but also 2 less monsters that are not starters. So not great to draw on average. Which means you have 3 Cartesias, which are still starters. And then you have 1 non-engine space in comparison, which I think is pretty good. When Malice doesn't hand trap you, they either have a bunch of engine or they got shit like reboot and talents. I have to be careful here. If it's a full engine hand, then I probably just win. I think if there's no reboot, I probably just win. But I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see if they respect the traps or not, based on how they'll play. Thank you for the 12 months. Oh my god, dude. All that to just discard your hand, man. Okay. Almost tempted to summon Secretarian here, but it's way too risky if they have Pan or Mululu in hand. Or Urgula, yeah. This 5 mana is already good enough. Even if I let him fully set up, probably. Is it branded or is it seals? Based. So freaking based. A pan 5 mana in hand. They had something to chain block. Horn to counter horn. Wow. That. Okay, max C. 5 mana pan, 1 unknown. Max C, 5 mana pan, unknown. Alright, let's go. Yes. Thing horn. I can't express how healthy these mirror matches are for my soul right now. I go second, they go full combo. I have all engine. I get max seed. They scoop. Because they messed up a bunch of small things. It's awesome. This is not awesome, however. I'm almost tempted to pass, but I don't think it's good enough, actually. I think the opener, if the Mululu resolves, is pretty good, actually. And if it gets impermed or impulsed or whatever, then it's fine. If it gets max seed, I just ash it. So I think it's okay. I could fuse both to add back Mululu and Ash. But since I am going to fuse one card away for Rahu anyways, it's only better if they have Ash, I guess. Then I would have a Mululu in hand for next turn. But they have Ash Max C here and then they play through Ash Nib, then I guess they win. So, unfortunately, no spellcaster in rotation. So I can't add 5 mana back. That's why the just Mululu opener is like the worst one. So I think I'll put a pan in the grave just in case something dies by card effect. I could go Ketu for 5 mana, but that 5 mana threatens not much, to say the least. Not a great start, but I just passing, I don't know if I feel comfortable. If the Mululu was a 5 mana, sure, I'll pass. But I don't know. Okay, the fact that they have to activate that is really good news. Yeah. Okay. At least I draw one, I guess. Doesn't help. Not game though, is it? $18, 5, 6? No. I'm sure they had that one. I guess I don't know the card in their hand, but if they just make White Binder with GWC set, right? White Binder is summon 5. White Binder is summon 5. They set TB11 with the White Binder. Then activate TB11, banish White Binder, summon 1, draw a card. I mean, I guess it's still bad into Nip then. But they, I mean, no, it's not bad into Nip. They have GWC set. It's insane amounts of disruption on my turn. Because the GWC, they just keep the GWC. Yeah, no, I don't know what that was. I might be a better Malice duelist than Malice duelists. But that's also why I don't play Malice, I guess. I think no matter what I do, I lose to an extender. So I might as well just nib here. Before the Dormouse activates and banishes a March here, for them to have it guaranteed. Yeah, if they have backup, I can't beat that no matter what. Like, yeah, I die to that no matter what I do. I think this was a just activate 5 mana angle. I didn't see that it had Ash. Mm. I think there's Droll. Pretty sure there's Droll. It might be okay though if they self-Droll, because I don't know if they have enough resources to push. I think that was the last response. It's either a March here that didn't want to banish anything, or it's just Droll. Yeah. Okay, well, the Nib top deck is definitely awesome. And the fact that I don't have to worry about Chessie or Allure draws is also awesome. EWC could mean TB11 is in hand, but then why didn't they set it? Lingering was fine. Normal summon Chessie. I mean, this doesn't draw anyway, so whether it gets negated or not doesn't really matter. They should just let it get bounced. I don't know why you do that. Nice. It is legit everything they could have had probably in those cards, but if they have to self-draw and they don't draw a bunch more non-engine, then it's just fine. But the fact that this deck draws like 15,000 cards, I mean, I still need this freaking nib to even to have a chance here, which is ridiculous, but... Uh-oh. Okay, that's the one time I'm happy about that, I guess. Oh, I'm actually so happy about that. That is completely fine by me. Chain that is a little annoying, but sure. Just means they have a play next turn, I guess. Okay, no impulse. Oh, nice. Oh. Okay, what did they add? Dormouse. Dormouse. Oh. Okay, we are in Malice Nation right now, it seems. It's funny how these decks just come in waves. Oh, of course. I knew it. Oh, God. I think that game... mean, it depends. If they summon... I mean, I probably have to bounce my Lucius and try to draw Maxi or Fuva. That is not that... Oh yeah, okay. One Ash does not stop that. I thought we were gonna make it back to 50, but... not quite. That's okay. I think it is Flame in this one. Is it Flame? I think this is a mirror. Flame is technically the best one. However, they have access to Urgula. It's the easiest one to play around without giving me a draw. At the same time, if it's not the mirror and one Ash is used, means I have a high likelihood of resolving Max C with Flame backup because Crossout and Cold By are covered. Get Urgula because this could get grindy if the Max C gets negated. Well, against second Ash, it doesn't matter which trap I add. Alright, this one's gonna get interesting. It's not guaranteed at all yet. Because the Maxi actually doesn't do that much here, probably. And they have a like, very good graveyard for Arthalion. Actually, I think they are in a better spot unless my top deck is very good. Pan would be the best top deck, I think. If I draw Pan, that'd go crazy. I played two. So they have 5 mana, Pan, Lucius, 1 unknown. No more unknown. Valor would also go crazy. I thought that was Valor for a second, I'm not gonna lie. That is one of the worst draws, funnily enough. It's not that funny. Ooh, they don't play Sting, I think. Unless they want to... Unless they think about going for game, but I don't think they can. They used 5 mana yet? No, they haven't. Ah, maybe they can go for game. They go for game. Because I would like to pop the horn. Or I said these two and pop the flame, but they have ash. Yeah. And I'm thinking about setting 2 traps. No, I can't set 2 traps. Set 2 spells and pop flame. And I die. I have Gulamel in the grave. It'd be a lot of draws. And I play Nib. And Maxi is active. I don't think they can do that. Okay. Activate Rahu is more draws for me, and it's likely not game, I don't think. It's good, though, to send Gulamel here for a draw. It pops both my back row. It's really good if they play Sting. I'm not sure how to interpret this. They haven't gone for Sting yet. Okay, they do play Sting. That's really good for them. I think they didn't play it because I don't agree with that play, but it's not bad. I mean, I kind of made my read based off I thought they didn't play Sting because of how they played. So Valor Ash... It's really hard to beat Valor Ash for me against Sting. My mana, yeah. I need to draw 5 mana. That can work. That does not work. Yeah, then it's probably popped the Rahu. I don't know. I had the wrong read on their list because I would have played it differently. Was the problem there? I would have played it differently, so I didn't play around what they did. No reason not to ash this. 2 cards in hand, I can't threaten anything. Yep, they play better. This one. The Fuwa was the worst possible draw, but I still think if I pop the Rahu, I have a better chance. I mean, actually, it doesn't make a difference with what I drew, because it makes my Urgula resolve, but my Urgula only adds back Lucius, and that gets Veilered. So I still lose. But I do get to keep my sets then, because they don't have the Gulamel line. Maybe it's better. Please go away. I mean, it boils down to the exact same thing no matter what. Extender equals GG. Right? Could have done it maybe with the spellcaster. Alright, we're back to low rolling. I mean, the Draco Tail game wasn't low rolling, but this one is, once again, decided by Malice being Malice. It's a fine impulse. Not the biggest deal. I mean, it's good, but they still need a pretty good hand to play through this. And honestly, I don't really mind having not all of the traps because they don't really help that much against Malice anyways. Unless they start with a lure, then it's nice to have flame. But usually they have a way to like play around flame and then a lure after, so kind of whatever. But yeah, naturally. Okay, it's really good that they're banishing something that doesn't create board presence. That is a bad sign for them. I'm pretty sure that means they don't have something they could have summoned, like no Malice name outside of March here. Does getting top 100 or top 10 even matter, or is it top 1 or bust? You do get points for making top 100, but to me it doesn't really matter. Well, the good news is that they don't have a normal summon anymore, and that was pretty suboptimal for them. The bad news is that they are still on 5 cards in hand. They summoned in attack mode. I should have just used Horn. I can't believe they summoned in attack. I didn't even expect that. I didn't even consider that an option. That's so bad that is. Maybe because it must mean they have reboot, right? The only explanation I can see. Oh, Ash, okay, fair. Okay, but Dormouse in hand, March here. Probably fine. I hope. I mean, it's probably Gold Sark or Field Spell then. Or they're done, which is also a possibility, which is even better. I'll take it. Very suboptimal. Now even more suboptimal. Now abysmal. Okay, at least they fused with two kind of useless ones. Bro, the fact that Fuva. Okay, that's bad for me. I didn't know they played that. But the fact that Fuva, Valor, Pan, Artesia can get so close or maybe even win the mirror is insane. Because I have Cartesia that comes back to my hand in the end phase. If I draw a Draco Tail name, this is 100% doable. And they had Ash, Valor, Maxi, Phimena. 2 Phimenas. The only thing they were missing was more Draco Tail names. But, you know. They kind of have to trade Sanctifier and Secretarion because this can't activate. Oh no, they can horn it. Ah, fair enough. Oh, they drew horn? They must have drawn. Okay, yeah, they drew horn. Okay, Flamehorn. If I draw Ash, I win. Magna is also insane. Do I want to summon Cartesia back here? Because in the end phase... In the end phase, I get a fusion material, but I could also summon back Pan and make seals. I think that's better. I think seals is nice. Oh, damn. Who are you? Using monsters from your hand or field. Yeah, the Magna was crazy. What a hand going first, huh? I'm not gonna pass. I'm just thinking if it's Lucius or Molulu. Because Lucius is technically the stronger end board, and I'm thinking I have no non-engine, I might have to risk it. It's... yeah. I think I have to. It's worse into Impermanent Impulse. But I think my opener is just complete ass. If I don't try it. And now it's at least acceptable. It's still not that good. But it gets to significantly more than the other one. Gonna have 2 traps, seals, my mana in hand. Whereas the Molulu line can get 2-3 traps. But even that is a little awkward. Then I have to fuse the Molulu from the field. And I have very few ways to fuse on the opponent's turn. Oh, it's a mirror, thank the Lord. Fine. Worst case, it's Urgula. If no Urgula, big chilling. No Urgula. The Ash add back is pretty good. Double Ketu, okay. Ooh, Urgula off the top. Nice. And they can't fuse, and Fuwa is gonna be live. Ooh. Ooh. And they set a second copy of Ketu. That's gonna be useless. Oh, nice. Okay, they can still normal summon, but it's fine. Okay, Lucius, Phimena are the only two I know. I think this cooks them. Magna search in end phase. I can grab another Urgula for my turn. Yeah, there's no way. They got nothing on me. Even though they drew Ash. And I drew two Fuwas. Going first. But Urgula, Phimena. Well, they might have to go end phase here. No, okay. Bravo. I think end phase might low-key been better. But I guess they don't know I have Urgula, but they set up nothing. They've even used Arthalion already. They get so insanely blasted in a second here. This mirror is the most lost mirror I've ever witnessed in my story of mirrors. Sure. If it makes you happy, little bro. Not gonna risk losing my last trap. And I would rather them have a Urgula in hand than 5 mana. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's good and bad news at the same time, because my hand is... I mean, my hand is just bad. But I guess maybe... Oh, they fuse with Max C. Okay, that's interesting. That's also good and bad news at the same time, because that's not multiple Draco Tails. But it's also... Yes, yeah, you know what? That's... Maybe that's fine. We'll see. Best case, it's branded and not Cartesia version. Because if it's branded and they go for a Verte line, then the nib is actually not bad. But Nibiruing a Seals is pretty bad. Oh. Okay, well, the nib is good. Never mind. Why is Arthalion coming back? I guess I knew about that, but what am I gonna do? I guess the big question is, did they draw Rahu, or is that just how they choose to play this hand, even without Rahu? They drew Rahu. Either, I mean, they either had it beforehand, which I think it makes sense either way. You could make an argument for playing just one engraver in Draco Tail. So instead of Seals, you make Caesar. And the engraver is a brick, but you can fuse with it, I guess. And then you play, in the extra deck, you make room for Moon, Requiem, Necroquip, and Caesar. Yeah, that's all you need. 4 spaces. And then you cut Seals and the Blue Eyes. And then I guess second Secretarion and whatnot. That would solve the problem of losing to like Malice when they have reboot. You would still cook them probably with Caesar instead of Seals. But Seals is also pretty good, so I don't know. And it only ever comes up if you don't get Fubat or Max Seed. And draw a hand that doesn't have to fusion lock itself. Flame Rahu. Okay, so they don't play. Ooh, oh. It is so unfortunate that I had no Draco Tail in hand, but it's still a playable game. Mainly because they don't play Sting, which is madness, but okay. It can't activate though. And I still get the Urgula, so don't know about that one. Oh. I feel like I can play it greedier by get I have one more trap if I don't risk losing to Urgula by not setting a second Rahu. Ah. I don't think they played well. They got carried by non-engineer, and my hand was so bad. If I have a second Draco Tail, I cook them so hard. I have one Draco Tail, I cook them so hard. That seems desperate. Please. Please. Thank God. I can't go for game. This was the worst draw in my deck. Period. Every other card I win on the spot. If I have a monster in hand here, I don't think they have a top deck. If I draw Rahu, I win on the spot. Any monster I win on the spot. A trap is good too. Just wins against Impulse. Because I can cross sheep. They obviously can't have a Bestial. Maybe not meant to get to 50. If he has Ash, I die on the spot. Because the Ash is going to be in loop. So I can't out top deck that. Yeah. I mean, I can Veiler the Arthalion, but I probably die this turn anyways. And then maybe top deck, but yeah. The one time, I mean, If I have a play here with this hand, I probably win. Okay, it's only one Draco Tail. I have to top deck. Artesia, Mululu, Lucius, Phimena is 12 cards. Then potentially the spells if they don't go for flame. But they go for Rahu. Yeah, that makes sense. That's free. Gonna have Phimena in hand with this, but no Draco Tail in hand. Okay, any of the monsters I just named. 12. About 1 in 3, I immediately win. Unless it's another Ash in hand, then of course Lucius doesn't work. Come on. Let's go. Main Phimena is not very good here for them. But they don't know that that's my hand. Oh god, that's good. Okay. Top. Probably make Secretarion here. That is Flame, which I will pop. Yeah, that's correct. To bring nothing back. This means I can't go for the spells. I mean, I could go for Ketu, but it won't fuse. Ketu that doesn't fuse. I just go for 2 traps here, I think. Or Ketu plus 1 trap. But is it ever not pop Secretarion? Not pop Secretarion. Ketu for Phimena. Fuse. And they can bring back their stuff with no problem. I fuse Urgula adds back Phimena. I have Phimena in hand. My own Secretarion on the board. Actually, it might be that. Normal Mululu. Make Arthalion. I'm at 4 right now. I don't want to go 5. That's a mistake because it gets banished. Now it's okay if I get nipped. I didn't get flame because I didn't want to risk them not having a spell and then just playing through my stuff. I think this situation is manageable for me, even like this. I think I'm okay, unless they top deck a really good Draco Tail, which Mululu is a really good Draco Tail here. However, the Arthalion is for whatever reason in attack mode. They have to go for 2 traps. that Ryan? I think that's Ryan. Of course it's Ryan. Or whatever, why he's trying to be undercover, but I think that's Ryan. I follow them. They have 11,000 followers, which is less than Task. And about as much as I have. That's gotta be Ryan. I think that's Ryan. Yeah. Gamers, I am not delusional. We're not gonna gain 30,000 points in 4 hours. So it's been my pleasure to have played this Duelist Cup to the best of my abilities. I think I can proudly say that. We're gonna finish at 50, almost 51. I'm proud of it, considering the type of shit that's happened to me this Duelist Cup. If you've been watching, you know what I'm talking about. I think I've played to my absolute best. We end on an absolute banger of a Draco Tail mirror match. I wish there was more of that type of gameplay in this Duelist Cup. Unfortunately, Onomat, Ryziel, and Malice were a thing, and that really took away from my enjoyment of this. In terms of my mental state and in terms of my play, I am really happy, and I do think that this is probably the best Duelist Cup I've played, even though Malice and Ryziel were here. Which it could have been so much better if those decks were never... I mean, Onomat and Malice probably should have just never been printed, and then my life would have been so much better. But to everyone who I faced in Draco Tail mirrors, shoutouts, I appreciate you. The Draco Tail mirrors have been very enjoyable. This is the deck list I ended up using towards the end. I played maybe 8 games with Mitsurugi yesterday, but they didn't go very well. Other than that, I've played Cartesia Draco Tail for, I don't know, at this point, 250 games or something. I'm convinced it's the best version. I don't think it's close. I've played against all of them. I've played against Magistus, I've played against Fiendsmith, I've played against Branded. I think the Cartesia one is by far the cleanest. It draws the best hands because it has the least amount of engine requirements. It's the best into Droll, it's the best into Fuva, it's the best into Maxi. I think it's the best Draco Tail version. It's not your fancy combo deck, but if you want to play combo slop, then play Onomat and Malice or whatever. You filthy creature. Anyways. No, I enjoyed this, with the exception of a couple of games, but it's been a good attempt, I think. It's been a good attempt, and had yesterday gone a little bit better, I think I could have done it. But yesterday we just stagnated too much around the middle of the day, and that's okay. That happens. I think my play was okay. So that's all there is to take away from it. After all, it is always a learning experience, and it also is... Sometimes you just need to get a little lucky, and I feel like yesterday that didn't happen for me. I had a couple, and also earlier today, where I made it all the way up to 50k already a few hours ago, and then I dropped down to like 45 or whatever. Had I been able to not lose those games where I like got incredibly unlucky against like some Ryziel and Malice Cyber stuff, not drawing Nibiru in like 30 cards with Maxi, or Phimena in 25 draws or something. And then getting turn skipped by the Ptolemaeus with 30 cards in hand or whatever. But it is what it is. So GG's everyone. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you all so much for subscribing. You know, I guess one last, or the only time I've asked actually this entire weekend, if you've enjoyed the stream, if you've enjoyed your time of my like over 40 hours streaming this weekend, feel free to drop a sub or a prime or whatever, you know. If you have a prime available, it's free. It helps me out a ton. It makes this all worthwhile. But if not, that's also okay. And thank you all so much for watching. That's also already a lot of support. If you've just been watching for hours this weekend, I really appreciate that. I hope you learned something. I hope I was able to teach you a thing or two about Draco Tail. I sure hope I did. I think my play towards the end with the deck was pretty good. I would consider my play on day 3 pretty clean with this deck for the most part. Definitely better than on day 1. Day 1 it was fine, but I think I've gotten a lot better, which is good to see. I'm glad I was able to learn something and take away from it as well. All right, I'll leave you to it. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your night or rest of your day, depending on what time zone you're in. If you're still playing in the Duelist Cup, then best of luck to you. If you're still watching other people in the Duelist Cup, then enjoy that as well. And yeah, thank you all so much for watching. And I will see you guys at some point. I don't know exactly what my stream schedule is going to be over the Christmas holidays. I'm trying to get one stream in maybe before Christmas, like one regular stream where we maybe discuss the Duelist Cup experience and stuff. Maybe like, I don't know which one. I'm not that tired right now. It's not that late, so I might just stream tomorrow, which is the Monday. We'll see how that goes. I'm not sure yet. If not, then I'll try to make it Tuesday. One of the two. Sounds like a deal. And then we'll return to regular streams after the Christmas holidays, because of course I'm gonna be spending Christmas with my family and my fiance's family this year. So I'm not gonna be able to stream until the 26th, but maybe I'll be back on 27 or 28. But yeah. Yeah, thank you so much, and good night, everybody. Peace. Thank you for watching. Thank you for the support. And just in case someone subscribed, because this is with a delay, when I asked for subs, you know, this is in the past now, or in the future, I don't know. Under the hopeful assumption that someone has subscribed, I appreciate you. But if